with squat. So these are simple moves, basic, which is squat, deadlift, upright, bend over. Okay, so if you have knee problem or back problem, just take it easy. Okay, so let's go, guys. Your legs shoulder width. Okay, then hold it up right here. 4, 3, 2. You're gonna take it 2 down. Let's go. 1. Okay, all the way. 2. Yes. Take it up again. Let's go. 1. All the way down. Let's go. 2. Watch me. I'm right here. Let's go. Stay. 1. Yes. Push your palms back. Okay. Remember your flat foot right there. 4. Yes. Now 4 and hold it down. 3. Hold. 4. 3. 2 and up. Again. Let's go. 4. Down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. One more time, guys. Let's go. Take it out. Up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go. Again. Last time. 4, 3, 2. Up. Yes. Now palm pits. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 4. Push it. 5. It's bending. 6. Let's go. 7. Push it. And 8. Relax. Okay, are we good? Take it down here, guys. You're gonna give me deadlift, okay? The same thing. 4, 3, 2. Push it down. Let's go. Take it down. 1 and 2. Let's go. Soft knees. Push your palms back. Let's go. 2 down and 2 up. Let's go. Remember, shoulder width. Let's go. Take it down. Let's go. One more time. 1, 2, 4. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. Now down. Let's go. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go. One more time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back straight, guys. Let's go. 1. Watch my back. 2, 3, and up. Let's go. Again. 4, 4, 3, 2. Now single. Let's go. Take it out. Let's go. 1 and up. Let's go. 2. Yes. 3. Take it up. 4. Push it. 5. We go. 3 more. 6. Hop. 7. Let's go. And 8. Relax. Yes. Okay, together. You're gonna give me bicep curl. Okay. So watch. My elbows. Then you hold it right here. Okay. Don't move up and down. You know. Here. Just go up. Then drop. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Watch my elbows. Let's go. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. Up. 1, 2, 3. Push it. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Now hold it up here. Let's go. 1. Hold. 2, 3, and drop. Let's go. Up. 1, 2, 3, and drop. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Push. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Single. 1. Palm hit. 2. Let's go. 3. Again. 4. Up. 5. Come on. 6. Yes. 7. Let's go. 8. Push. 4. And relax. Are you guys okay? How you doing, my man? Shit, my man. My sister. Baby. Guys. Thanks for watching. If you missed today's session, go to BOTSWANA's Facebook page.
BOTSWANA, Rikante when the #1. Ya Botswana botle.
Seta ke tsa sebaka se ke go rumisebe ke go amogela ke bidio jalo ka rabo miske bo sena re tabarele mmogo beke yo therilebile jalo di khantsa metshameko me mo mosupologong. It's a special day for should I say for me?
Yeah, it's a special day for you, and happy 4 years to your son.
Oh, my baby boy. My
And
baby is 4
the
years.
beauty about it is Otana a day before my birthday. So
Tomorrow is your
my
birthday.
yeah.
So I go tell leftovers a cake.
Yes.
Definitely I'll do that. Happy birthday, Mr. Juan Bosena. He calls himself Mr. So yeah. Anyway, ta go bolela jalo gore mo go tsa metshameko mo moseng wa tsela gompe kwa re talela jalo go ba le khotla la botswana Dats Association ba le gore liki ya bone ene e tsweletse tsena jalo mo week 3 le bele jalo tsa netball kwa le gore we have 3 players ba bata bomba emela go le ba jalo ka ko Singapore for a period of a month ba ya go tshameka jalo gone ka ko le bele jalo tsena gore ne di ragala the Orange FA Cup. Yo, can't wait for the quarterfinals of the Orange FA Cup. Metshameko Nedbank League Nedbank Cup. Ha le ka ko English Premier League gone the less we say anything about it the better. Merta go bolela jalo maduo le bele jalo Spanish La Liga metshameko ya Serie A as well as the NBA. The regular season is done. We know who will be playing who in the playoffs. Mela la re simolola ka go bela jalo go ba le khotla botswana Dats Association ba le gore bana ba tsene jalo mo week 3 ya bone this past weekend. Okay, tse le re gareng ga metshameko e leng gore e ne tshamekela jalo ka ko SSG ne re bana stopper sa bo resa police ba fenya jalo stopper sa Bank of Botswana 21-15 mo ka itse lo gore ne go sa helle ho re ra bana stopper sa buang ba fenya jalo stopper sa police B 22-14. Okay, tse le gore metshameko e ne tshamekiwa jalo ka tsatsi la mathatso ga mo jalo le ka Sontaga hala ja kana go tsetso TV Sport e ne tsara matsapa go ya go lekola jalo bona ba le khotla botswana Dats Association gore week 3 ya bone e tsamaile ka tselentse jang a ruto jalo bangwe ba ba tshamiki go tseng jalo ka ko Police Bank of Botswana ga mo go jalo le buang ba kanoka ka ha eleng gore ba tsa gore metshameko e ba e lathegetseng ba bangwe ba e fentse e tsamaile jang.
This is our third game so far. So take it gore se re winnetse 2 le one ke na le tumelo ya gore ko re anteng ke lebile ka ha re tshamekang ka teng ra go e win.
Bank of Botswana, I think it's a new team in the league now, but performance so far intle ga e bontse gore ke batho ba bantšha. So Police, we know that it's a very tough team. Me performance ya Bank of Botswana gompeko e bontshitse gore ba na le maikaelelo a go ya go pele mo league.
Re tswa mo game ya nngwe phakela yana ne re tshameka le team ya jwane e le gore e ne ya kgona gore fenya but re ne ra na le motivation ya gore e reta mo game ya gompeko re ipolelela gore we want to win this game.
We're trying to raise that awareness ya sports mo go bomme mo motshameko one wa di-Dats. So it's really on to us while we are senior players mo teaming.
Le jalo ba le khotla la botswana Dats Association re tabarentse re go ba jalo mo dinakong ya ka liki ya bone e ta bontse e tswelela e tshamekiwa jalo mo toropa kgolo ga bona ga mogala ha selothe ka bophara gore ba ira ka tsela entseng jang a re se jalo go go ba le khotla la botswana Dats Association le bella jalo ba le khotla la botswana Netball Association ba leng gore re ne re bona e le gore go romelwa semmuso ba tshameki ba le bararo go tswa mala ha se la botswana ba le banjalo ka ko Singapore for a period of a month ba ya go tsa karolo ko the Singapore National League. Okay, tsalo gore boraro jo gona jalo le Fatima Dino a tswa jalo ka ko Stoppen sa police me ha no si Fatima gona jalo le Hilda Binang a tswa jalo ka ko Stoppen sa Joaneng Netball Club. Okay, tsalo gore ba bangwe ba tshameki motshameko e leng gore o teng ke keletso gontho a tswa jalo ka ko Stoppen sa BDF ba tshameki ba ja ka nne ke thalosa ba tsamaya jana e le botsalano je leng gore le khotla la Botswana Netball Association ba na jalo le bone le ba le khotla la Singapore Netball Association mo ka itse le gore ba ne ba bona jalo gore go maleba ba romele ba tshameki ba semmuso bana bangwe ba ba tshameki ba leng gore ba ne ba le teng go sapota ba bangwe bo khomotso matibini ke bangwe ba ile gore ba ne ba le gona ka ko ba ile go sapota jalo the teammates ba leng gore ba tao ba emela go le ba jalo ka ko Singapore a ruto jalo gore ba re solohetsa eng ya ka ba le ba gone ka ko Singapore.
For Singapore, there are rules and regulations and they need to be followed. So how we Fatima, as a police officer, I don't have to say much. And there are rules and regulations. Hawati, you cannot do this until I say this as is. And I'm hoping that you represent us well.
Ke a leboga thata sepodisi rile invitation e tsena ebile ne ke sa akanye gore ba tla ntetelela go tonyana wena o kwa kgona go tsamaya but ke lebogela sepodisi gore bose commissioner a nreleasela ntha re tsamaya ngwana ka bo go re emela
so yang go se anya ko Singapore e re o boela gae o tle o se tsutlaganya le rona ka gore bo chanda bo phele le bona ka moso batla go ipona ba pagama nyonyane
nyaruri nonyane okay tsela gore batshamiki ba bararo ba Fatima Dino Hilda Binang ga mmogo jalo le keletso gonto ba seletse re ba boele ga jalo ka di 13 tsa ga May ya botsalano bo terreso wa bona re itela national team ya rona tsa maile ba jalo ka ko Singapore ba ya go tshameka metshameko gone ka ko the Tri Nations ke bontsi je se ba kale gore rena re bona Botswana ya gone ka ko they have been watching our plus and it's good experience wise, you know, forget club level, even at national team level. These players here, but at the national team, they'll know better.
And I like the fact that Natal Sado Hortamali and Honeka, the 3 year Hale boy bail or the knowledge and Horletsa and Honeka bail or Abata, other teammates by Botswana. So you feel Alahore, Hotlata, who handed ball a different perspective how Sama will be Olemola did Wayon.
If you don't look on netball, and Aragasa Tilamatazo, Rabana Jalo Horabas Jalo, Kuritamahaya Bone, Kuritamahaya where they have passed the motion of no confidence. This one is a little bit of a shocker. Okay, the motion of no confidence. Oh no, oh pasu ajalo momo eteledi pele ngwalo khatale o kiwa jalo ka mema lebo raditla ding khakile. The vice president Ivan the PRO hiwa jala karemo krestemo ka itselo gore re ne re bona go thopiwa jalo committee entsha e leng gore tabelo ne tsamaisang committee e tsamaisang eo moeteledi pelo ya yone ke re o nkemetse mpudi gona le bakwadi nthwane ele the vice president events public relations officer o mosha ke restel le modibedi ke dibela jalo gore go tare re ba batere terute jalo gore ba re ba solohetsa eng ba le khota la Botswana netball association ba re tshwaretse eng me gona jalo le Flora ke dibonye ke jana pele bo le gore bone bothopia jalo bo le bosha ka mahelo beke ano gone ka ko le khotelleo la bona ha re se jalo ko le khotel la bona re ne re bona jalo this past weekend go ne go garelwa jalo last 16 of the Orange FA Cup. We have now 8 teams tse leng gore they will be battling it out in the quarterfinals. Me go tsela gore metshameko ne tshamekiwa go ne re le ka ko National Stadium on Saturday ya ka Stapasa Township plus bane ba mogetse Stapasa United no eo ya ga moshaga o laolwe ene ile kane go ne la Stapasa ma Palestina phenyo khathano le Stapasa majombolo ine se one motshameko helo leng gore re ne re bona o tshamekiwa jalo ka mathatso re ne ra bona jalo metshameko mengwe ne tshamekiwa Stapasa City Kings bana ba etetswe ke Stapasa Police 11 mare the Jungle Kings ba fenya motshameko o ka no elengwe go lefela nno ya ga o go moditse sitang ga re ga metshameko mengwe ne tshamekiwa ne re bona Stapasa Traffic bana ba kopane jalo le Makungulu Peswa mme o ka itselo gore ne re bona ka bobedi Stapasa Traffic le Makungulu Peswa ba tshameka maleka a lefela mme ra bona Traffic ba fenya jalo 3-2 ka thago ya di penalty ha ile ka ko seruwe tsa bothe ene ya mogetse Stapasa Johnny Galaxy ba fenya motshameko o ka nnotse tharo go elengwe mme o ka itsela gore UB Hawks e tshamekile maleka 1-1 le VTM UB Hawks ba fenya jalo 9-8 ka thago ya di penalty Pula Rufi lone ene tshamekile maleka 1-1 le Stapasa Flamingos mo ka itsela go thago ya di penalty ra bona Stapasa sa Flamingos ba fenya jalo 5-4 mo tsela maabane gore matho othe aka ko dinaledi ke leng gore Stapasa Gaborone United ba ne ba etetse Stapasa Security Systems in 90 minutes di thapatsa ka bobedi di tshameka jalo maleka a lefela went to penalty shootout mere bana jalo Stapasa Gaborone United the defending champions one must say ba ne ba fenya Stapasa sa Security Systems 6-5 ka thago ya di penalty ine sone motshameko hela o no tshamekiwa jalo mo tsitsing la maabane re ne re bona ka ko Chadibe Grounds Stapasa Rapa United bane ba le gone ka ko ba fenya jalo Stapasa Chadibe ka notse nne go elengwe pele ha re ka lebella how the draw went a ruto jalo mo bakatisi mo metshamekong e leng gore re ne re o tshwaretse mo go motse teenage importe mokatisi wa Stapasa Nico United Innocent Morapedi mokatisi wa Stapasa Township plus sponsor moloi mokatisi wa Stapasa Gaborone United ga mo ga jalo le David Botlasitse le mokatisi wa Stopper sa Security Systems.
Credit to the technical team. They worked, you know, the plan executed properly, and yeah, we could have at least 1 or 2 goals first half. We did everything. You know, the boys did everything properly.
Coach Kerry, I've never seen a win that is from the dry clean. But what matters most, progressive. We are to the another round. Remember, we missed a few players, you see, but we didn't give up. We fought and fought. I told them to during halftime. I said, there's only one thing that is missing. You are not playing off the ball.
Playing football. I'm very much disappointed, though. I'm still yet to go and see the last penalty. Has crossed the line. So if you say so, I will take that. But how can it cross the line and hit the upright and go outside?
What are you putting anyway?
No, anyway, but it's okay. We wanted to go through. It's a game that we wanted to win badly, but it wasn't our day.
Good result for us. Well deserved victory for that matter. I thought as well we could have maybe even wrapped it up before we went into penalties. Honestly, we had opportunities. It's a game where we didn't give the opponent anything, to be honest. Our goalkeeper only had to deal with long balls, astray crosses, and so on and so forth.
Ra motshameko ra bona jalo go dira kgogo go bona gore gona mme the quarterfinals di ta di re tshwaretse man oh man I to wait for this. Man, I cannot wait. So it's Battle of Gaborone teams against the Mine teams. Quarterfinal number 1. Ke ha re Riders Tapasa Township Rollers ba go kopana jalo le Tapasa Orapa United. Gaborone United bata tsa jalo Tapasa joining Galaxy. Swale traffic ba itiretse ba bonela ka ko North motshameko ya ka Tapasa sa Flamingos bata kopana le Tapasa sa Machiminyenga. Me the only lower side team eleng gore e setse in the last 8 Stapasa Alex Malete Stapasa UB Hawks ya ka batabo ba mogala jalo Police 11 re taba re metse go utwa jalo mo go bone ba orange ha mo go le Botswana Football Association gore gona mme metshameko e tshamekwa le but from my reliable sources next weekend ke gona month end sente ne ke gona ha re ta bonang e le gore
27
yes go sha gato go sha di khongo sala molora so if I were them I'll just do a double header at National Stadium. Whether you start with Township Plus or Rapa or Galaxy, it doesn't matter. The team is Gaborone say did roile di mo lapeng. Relatele ko national double header be re na le maitiso. That's all we need. Melekgale a re tso jalo mono ga em le bela jalo ka ha ba agisanyeng go le gore gona go tshameka jalo metshameko earlier the Nedbank Cup. Okay tsela gore tsela go simolla jalo ka tsatsi la bothano jaaka Mamelodi Sundowns bana ba tshameka maleka a 1-1 le Stapasa University of Pretoria ga iwa jalo ko thagong ya di penalty re bana Stapasa sa Masandawana ba fenya motshameko o for tota bile go fentse Sundowns ka thago ya di penalty for 3 sorry about that me motshameko mengwe ne tshamekiwa ya ne batabola Gavin Hunt ne re bana Stapasa Super Sport United ba fengwa ke Stellenbosch ka nodile ne go le fela o ka itsele gore ne le di quarterfinal AmaZulu ba fengwa ke Stapasa Orlando Pirates ka nodile ne go tse pedi ga ra tsoga la Pirates winner ra thekiwa mo tema Chiefs a modimo we can't relate just leave us alone me ne re bana Stapasa TS Galaxy ba fengwa jalo ke Chipa United ka no tse pedi go le fela se se ra gore Mamelodi Sundowns Stellenbosch Orlando Pirates Chipa United ke tsone di patsele gore dinne tse di jalo mo the Nedbank Cup ta bana jalo gore gona mme semifinal ya bone ba go ira leng le gone gore dithapa tsa gago di a go kopana ka tsela entseng jang so re togeleng we know we are out we can't relate with the Nedbank Cup me le gale ha re tswa mo go tsa the Nedbank Cup re le be jalo ka kwa England he go thata ba tha modimo we itse re gore if you see a Liverpool fan and an Arsenal fan just give us hugs and leave us alone me le gale this hugs should be from Manchester City supporters. As for those who support Chelsea for Manchester United, we don't know what you guys are playing for. So can you just chill a bit? Mila kala re bela jalo madio jalo a English Premier League go ri thapatsa ga go di tshamekile ka Nerbana jalo Stapasa Newcastle ba rata go bela Stapasa Tottenham Hotspur ba ba fenya jalo ka notse nne go le fela metshameko mengwe nneng e le teng re bone jalo Stapasa Nottingham Forest ba tshameka maleka 2-2 le Stapasa Wolves okay tsela gore Burnley ine tshameka maleka 1-1 le Stapasa Brighton ha Brentford ine fenya Sheffield ka notse pedi go tota ne itsametse Sheffield hela go bua nnete Manchester City bana ba kopane le Stapasa Luton ba fenya jalo Luton ka notse thano go elengwe me Bournemouth e tshameka maleka 2-2 le setlhopha sa Manchester City. Liverpool e fengwa jalo ke Crystal Palace ka no e le nngwe go lefela ya no tota go bona Klopp he's tired even from his team selection. You can see that he's tired. Mo ka itela re metshameko mengwe nneng e tshamekiwa e ntse le yone ya English Premier League ne re bana setlhopha sa Arsenal mo tsatsing la maabane ba fengwa jalo ke Aston Villa ka nno tse pedi go lefela. You know why I'm laughing? They loved it as
so now it's the other way around.
And then tables turned gore bonang iketeng mo ka itela re hona le motshameko le mongwe o tshamekiwang jalo mo tsatsing la gompieko e le motshameko one wa English Premier League ya ka setlhopha sa Chelsea ba tabo ba amogela jalo setlhopha sa Everton. Ha re jalo ka ko English Premier League re lebella jalo Spanish La Liga gore metshameko e ne tshamekiwa jalo this weekend ba tshamekile ka tselentseng jang o ka itela gore setlhopha sa Real Madrid ke ne ka kgabola ke bona ile gore Spanish La Liga setlhopha sa Real Madrid ba ne ba tshameka jalo setlhopha seo sa Birmingham ba fentse motshameko wa bone mo ka itse gore metshameko ne tshamekiwa jalo tota ebile I'm looking at the fixtures here go ra le motshameko le mongwe no tshamekiwa mo tsatsing la gompieko ke ta go bolela motshameko o mme ga le ha re lebella jalo maduo a bone ne re bona setlhopha sa Granada ba fenya jalo Alaves ka no tse pedi go lefela. Setlhopha sa Athletic Club ba tshameka maleka Villarreal has setlhopha sa Atletico Madrid ba ne ba fenya jalo Girona ka no tse tharo go e leng Mallorca e ne fengwa ke setlhopha sa Real Madrid ka no e leng go lefela mo ka itse re metshameko mengwe ne le tene re bona jalo setlhopha sa Las Palmas ba fengwa ke Sevilla ka no tse pedi go lefela. Setlhopha sa Barcelona ya ka bona ba ne ba etetse setlhopha sa Cadiz me ba fenya jalo Cadiz ka no e leng go lefela. Rayo Vallecano le Getafe ditlhopha tseo di tshameka jalo maleka lefela Real Sociedad ne tshameka maleka 2-2 le Athletic Club ya kanne ke thalosa e tshameka maleka 1-1 le Villarreal. Motshameko mongwe o tshamekiwa mo tsela gompieko ya ka setlhopha sa Osasuna ba tabo ba kopana le Valencia. Ha re tswa ko Spain re lebella jalo metshameko ya Serie A gore metshameko eo ya Serie A e tshamekile ka tselentseng ya ka ligi ya bone e ne tsweletse bile gona le metshameko e leng gore re taba e tshamekiwa jalo le mo tsatsing la gompieko ka itsela gore mo tsatsing la gompieko re tabana jalo setlhopha sa Fiorentina ba kopana jalo le Genoa ha setlhopha sa Atalanta ba tabo ba kopana jalo le Verona ke metshameko e mebedi e leng gore e tshamekile mo tsela maabane re letse re bona Inter Milan e ne e tshameka maleka 2-2 le setlhopha sa Cagliari motshameko mengwe Udinese le Roma motshameko o ne wa seka wa hela because a Roma player unfortunately collapsed on the field motshameko be gore la gore wa suspendiwa o no suspendiwa yana le gore the score e santse e le 1-1 o ka tsela re sa solo bane ba fengwa ke tota ba tshameka maleka 3-3 le setlhopha sa AC Milan ha setlhopha sa Napoli bane ba tshameka maleka 2-2 le setlhopha sa Fresno Bologna le Monza ba tshameka maleka lefela ha Torino le Juventus di ne di tshameka maleka lefela ke mengwe ya metshameko e leng gore e ne e tshamekiwa jalo bona Lis e ne e fenya setlhopha sa Empoli ka no e lengwe go lefela e le mengwe ya metshameko e leng gore e ne e tshamekiwa jalo ya Serie A. Matsatsing la maabane ka ko NBA, it was the end of the regular season. 82 games played resego motsila maabane the regular season was coming to an end.
Finally now, you have some rest.
No, there's no rest because we are going to the playoffs. Mo ka tsela re motshameko ne tshameka ne re bana jalo setlhopha sa Los Angeles ba fenya jalo setlhopha sa the Pelicans 124-108 me setlhopha sa the Bucks go thata ko setlhopheng sa the Bucks without Giannis is always going to be tough. Bana ba fengwa ke setlhopha sa Magic 113-88 ke mengwe ya metshameko ne tshameka mme ne re lebile jalo ditlhopha tse e leng gore di a go tshameka jalo se re se bitsang the play-in tournament. The play-in tournament ke yone e decidang gore are you going to the playoffs or not. Mme ka tsela the play-in tournament re ta bona jalo from the Western Conference e le gore setlhopha sa the Kings ba kopana jalo le setlhopha sa Golden State Warriors. Setlhopha sa Los Angeles Lakers ba leng gore ba letse ba fenya setlhopha sa the Pelicans mo tsatsing la maabane ba go ba tshameka gape le setlhopha sa the Pelicans motshameko is on Wednesday at 1:30. Why 1:30, guys? Mo ka itsela gore o ileng gore wa go fenya o sa ba aya go kopana jalo le setlhopha sa the Denver Nuggets in that game. Me ha le balla jalo ka kwa the Eastern Conference the play-in tournament re ta bona jalo le gore setlhopha sa Joel Embiid sa Philadelphia Sixers ba go kopana jalo le setlhopha sa Miami Heat ha setlhopha sa Chicago Bulls ba go kopana jalo le the Hawks. Metshameko e leng gore se re itse gore go kopana bo mang Stapa sa the Clippers ba go kopana jalo le stapa sa the Mavericks ka kwa the Western Conference me stapa sa Timberwolves ba go kopana jalo le stapa sa Phoenix Suns. Denver Nuggets ba emetse jalo the 7th seed ha OKC ba emetse the 8th seed. Me ha le bella jalo ka kwa the Eastern Conference stapa sa Boston Celtics ba emetse jalo ba ba yang go hetsa on spot number 8. Me Cavaliers ba go kopana le stapa sa Magic, stapa sa the Bucks ba kopana jalo le stapa sa the Pacers, ha stapa sa the Knicks ba go kopana jalo le ba ilong gore ba go hetsa jalo as the 7th seed. Gore ke mo yang go hetsa mo 7th seed and 8th seed metshameko eta be tshamiko ya jalo ka la boraro le la bone Western and Eastern Conference to give us an idea ya gore go tabe go iragalang ka ko Bundesliga ne re bona stapa sa Bayer Leverkusen sa ga Xavi Alonso e le gore background ya jalo the champions. Congratulations to them le stapa sone se sa ga Xavi Alonso a re ga gane ka tselentseng jalo mo go tsa metshameko re kopana gape metswele le semela bothano mo ra gana go ya bosupa ha ke tabe ke buisana jalo le the champion of J30 tournament held in Gaborone ke bua jalo ka Mark Nawa.
All right, finally I get to see him.
Finally you'll see him send an autograph for you. Take a picture.
All right, let's wake up at our talk after very cool last time. Sitla tsarna re tlhola gore ditsela di ra go eme ka tseleng jang tota go ne go ntle kwa.
We have arrived at the location where we're going to have a bush lunch. As you can see, we are at the backdrop of the Limpopo River, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm saying this because every time we go to a new location and we see it from a new perspective, we are just in awe. And we can say right now that the setup is very spectacular. It gives you such a feel of something you've never experienced before. And like we said, the bushes are all about experiences, from how you find the animals, from tracking them, from the game drives to the boat cruises, and now to having lunch in the Limpopo River or on the Limpopo River. I'm sure Water Duke does come to this area, but for now we will say we're inside. And joining me is Chef Tevi. Hi Tevi.
Hello.
How are you? I'm good. How are you? What you have on the menu today. I've tasted your food. It's delicious, but I want to know what we're going to have today.
Today we are in our bush lunch. We have oxtail. Is our protein, and we have chicken kebab. The starches we have samp and beans and pap. The salad we have Greek salad and potato salad. We have veggies, it's mixed steamed veggies and fried cabbage. The dessert of the day is chocolate brownie. We serve it with ice cream.
Oh,
enjoy your meal.
Thank you so much. It sounds very delicious, and just like you see it, the land of Botswana. This is what the people around the world come for. You as a Botswana, you're already here. It's just a stone throw away from you. So make sure that you do come to Kwadiwa Ranch. You do explore the Tuli block and join us as we have a beautiful lunch on the Limpopo River. I'm going to see you a little later when we have a little surprise, but you'll find out later. This place is full of surprises, and I'm in awe right now. We'll be going to enjoy ourselves. So later. And as beautiful as you see them is as beautiful as they sound and look and perform. They are a traditional dance group which rail from Pigwest. And this is what we showcase to the world. When they talk about Botswana, they talk about the vegetation, they talk about the animals, but do they talk about the culture? We want to show them the culture, and this is exactly what it is. I'm showcasing you the surprise that I had this evening. Bula!
Wetso ka tsentsenya lo ratsa le thulaganyo ga ga dumela botsona breakfast show ka go tsena mo pisana ya rena ntlha mo tsatsi lo nela gompieno ga go le ga re go boletsa re gona ka kwano ke na le mme Maitumelo Tsekane ena tswa ka ko Mighty Mental Health yalo ya ka re tla re bua ka navigating grief after accidental deaths. Metsekane, good morning.
Good morning, Resawa. Ke teng motho.
Yeah, le nna ke teng ke tsogile. First thing first, a re buela ka Mighty Mental Health. What is it that you do? Le gore tiro ba therapist, what does it entail?
Okay, thank you so much. Mighty Mental Health is an organization that is out to promote mental health for individuals, for couples, for families. Mighty Mental Health is based in Francistown. E le gore re sa tswa go lemoga letlhoko la tsa botsogo jwa tlhaloganyo le maikutlo segolo jang gone ka ko Francistown le dikgaolo tsene tse di in the northern district of Botswana. So we established Mighty Mental Health in order to have an organization that just doesn't put a band-aid more mental health issues me e kgona go tsenelela mo go tsone dikgantselo jalo.
Ne ke re ke go botsana ke re ke ora ke ga to therapist ya la ka boripana hela go ra be ra go dirang because I know go na le counselor go na le motivational speaker go na le therapist but when you are here as a therapist.
Yes. So basically as a therapist I'm somebody that has studied psychology. So a therapist is a little different from a counselor because instead of just using talk and as a way ya go ka hodisa tsa maikutlo le tlhaloganyo re dirisa di techniques tse di harologaneng go ya ka ditutego tse di harologaneng kana se re ka se bitsa re different schools of thought tse e leng gore di tla go kopana go mekamekana e se hela le ka maikutlo a gago mme go tsenelela mo go tsa tlhaloganyo go bona gore tlhaloganyo ya motho e bereka jang gore gongwe e be maikutlo a heletse a ntse ka tsela e rileng e be re kopanya go the maikutlo le tsa tlhaloganyo go ka go thusa go bona gongwe tharabololo ya go ka itse go dila le maikutlo a ileng gore gongwe gone
e bile ke rata tota go bua ene kganyone ya maikutlo anong go ntisa go potsong e leng gore o etletse ha motsatsi la gompieno gore ke a maikutlo a motho etleng e le gore a mo etela kgotsa o nna le one e le gore o sa tswa go latlhegelwa ke mongwe mme le ka tsela e leng gore go iragetse kotsi yalo.
Kotsi re ka e bitsa re re ke so se motho a latlhegetswe ka kotsi re ka re gongwe go bitswa gote it's a tragic grief. So ke go latlhegelwa mo e leng gore gongwe ga go a tlwaelesega kana mo go sa teng ka ditsela tse di tlwaelesegileng ka jalo go tlwaelesegile gore mongwe ka nna le that shock kampo go akgamala tsisibalo e kalo o kgona go nna le maikutlo a gore o nnam mo motho a gore a re kana ga ke utlwe sepe ga ke a utlwa botlhoko ga ke a itumela gore ga ke itse gore ke ka gore a ke re ke ikutlwa jang e bo go nna le gone gore o ka telwa ke bona kwelo tlase ya maikutlo you could be extremely sad mo gongwe motho o kgona le go didimala gore o re wa re bua le motho go sena la ele karabo a go e neelang gore o bona gore motho is in a state of yone shock e ne e kopane le maikutlo a harologaneng tota go latlhegelwa gone ka bogone go tisa maikutlo a harologaneng mme ebile ga e kita tshwana mo go rona rotlhe
mme ebile ga o bua ka gone gore ga e kita tshwana mo go rona rotlhe go na le batho ba e leng gore ga gongwe ko ntle ko ditrateng kwana tla bogote hey wa akanya gore o strong kgotsa hey bona ke tsele gore di strong I just want us gore be le gore bua ka the importance tota to allow yourself to actually grieve and internalize pain e leng gore you are going through o sa e suppress gore a gona le batho ba e leng gore le itemogele gore mme o ntse a suppressa the emotions tsa go le gore what are some of the dangers of you doing that?
Go ntse a lore sego what most people do is o ta lema gore gongwe motho o gatelela maikutlo e se gore kana ga lemoge gore go diphatsa mo go ene mme ya ka ke sa tswa go bolela gore we grieve ka tsela tse di harologaneng go reela gore o mongwe nka tsa se ka ika motsadi mo lapeng ha ile gore gongwe go latlhegile kana re latlhegetswe ke ngwana rather o ta ithela ile gore motsadi yo can never keep still o nna a le busy ka sele se o ta gore a re nya kana hanka ke ka nna le nako a go lela ka gore ke nane bana ba bangwe ba ba ntibileng ba ke tshwantse gore ke nne strong for bone go na le dithulaganyo tsa leso tse ke tshwantse gore ke di dire o ta ithela gore ha na nako o ta ithela le gore motho o ira yana a sa le mo go gore gone mme it's some sort of a coping mechanism ya ipetseng gore a ska nna le yone nako ya go deal with that kama go mo kere that person is keeping themselves busy a sa itse gore mme kana go ira jalo ke sone so bonang e tla ra morago ga phitlho e be le gone motho a thunyang ka selelo se se botlhoko ka gore nako e ne gongwe batho ba ne ba le teng go ka motshegetsa go ka la jalo ba ne ba seo o ne a seo a le busy a dira sele le sele mme tota ya ka o sa tswa go bua go botlhokwa to allow yourself to process those emotions o mongwe o kgona go itlhela gore tota ga se gore they are keeping themselves busy mme hela go a be go ise go motlele ka nako eo ya ka ke boletse gore we won't grieve the same.
Yeah.
O mongwe go motlela gone go a ba ka kgona gore maikutlo ao a mekamekane le one gone go o mongwe it takes a little bit longer state sa shock mo go ene sa go nna prolonged kana sa go tsana go etelle o mongwe se tsana go e khutshwane o mongwe hela jalo go harologane
but when Maitumela, the grieving process a go re tsengela mo gone educators like the grieving process, what does it entail? Ya ka ntse bua re go na le mongwe le gore ga ise go motlele gore this actually happened le gore we grieve differently gore mehela the grieving process yone, what does it entail?
All right. So gona ne re o bitswa go te Kubler-Ross ke ena re diretseng a basic model wa gore gone mme ga re grief re ra jang re ra go iragalang gona ne di stages tse ka nna ntlhano tse ileng gore re di tshologela gore motho who is grieving healthily o tso go heta mo go tsone re na ne stage sa denial ke sone se motho e leng gore ga a dumele go tlelele gore lo re go tsamaile mantšhadi ke ne ke bua le ena hela maabane jana go re go tlelele go sa tsene la go irwa dithulaganyo tsa leso jana o bona gore motho o ke ra ene mo go ene ga go ise go tsene mo go ene ra be re nna le stage se ileng gore ke sa bargaining ke ha ile gore yaanong go tsena dipotso tse dintsi ke se ileng gore batho ka bontsi ba nana go tsale ba ka thata mo go sone se ileng gore motho wa resh me kana ha nne sala ka ke molleditse kana mme ana tsamaile ka base ya maabane o bo simolola mme kana ke nno ke irileng gore ke nno ka gore ke dipotso ke ha go tsena bo what if thing ke yone ha re bitsang re bargaining e bo go nna le stage se re se bitsang re sadness or depression nka rata re dirisa la sadness ka gore depression is a different whole term so depression sadness ke kwa lotla se ya maikutlo tota e tseneletseng ke ha utlwang kutlo botlhoko isimollang teng ke ha utlwang ka re o latlhegileng yana ke ha utlwang ka re gona ne confusioneng yana gore maikutlo otlhe a re ka yangela maikutlo a kutlo botlhoko a tsena mo legatong le le e be re nna le stage sa acceptance yaanong ke ha o setse yaanong o tla go amogela gore o itse gore ke
this happened
go diragetse ebile ga gona gore nka tlhola ke dira yama e be re nna le sa bohelo se se bitswang go te anger yaanong hela ya ka utlwe ke tshakgalo o kgona go itshakgalela gore tota ke eng ke ne ke letella motho a ya kwa kana ha ne ke sa dirana nka basa o kgona go shakgalela le ene mothole gore tota ntšhedi ene na ya kae kana nna tšhadisa ke mo kgalemeletse go dira yana bona gompieno go iragetse yana lana mme re sego what's important to note is that these stages ga di tsamaye ya ke di tlhalositse yana o kgona gore motho yala e re o latolelwa loso la gago o bo tsena mo go amogeleng ka moso o sentse o ipoleletse gore o amogetse o bo tsena mo bargaining ha o sentse o re wa bargaina ka moso go kgona go iragala gore mo tsitsing le lengwe hela o bo di experience tsotlhe ebile ga dina order ebile ga dina nako eng ka gore a nke reng ya motho o nna le sadness for lebaka le lekana ke sone se grief kana go latlhegelwa e le so se leng gore se ga se beelwe nako mme go na ne legato le re ta reng yaanong this is a bit more different mo re go bitsang complicated grief ke mo gone e leng gore jaanong re lemoga gore ga o kgone go ka cope ka tsela e siameng jaanong go te go tlhoka bone di-therapist jaanong gore o ka thusiwa
but hela yaanong let's try and solve the misery. I know gore gona batho ba ileng gore ba feel gore hey shina ke loser thata kgotsa ke nna ke na le dintso tse ileng gore di dintsi kgotsa modimo go ga isa mpone gore how do I then get to have the resilient personality gore be ile gore la kana le any other loss I'm able to cope with it.
You know, when most people talk resilience, they think bouncing back, and people think that resilience isn't applicable to grief. I can bounce back from but how do I bounce back from
yeah.
I can never get this person back. This person can never be replaced. My life will never be the same ever again.
Yeah.
Which is very much true. But the resilience with grief is different in that it's a resilience of you in terms of how you cope. It's a resilience of knowing how to live with that which you cannot change. Ka gore, re rata le re sa rate, unfortunately, death is part of the cycle of life. One way or the other, we will all experience loss. Jaanong, ke tlhaloganya se batho ba se buang ba re kana mo wena ga tlhaloganya maitumelo nna ke latlhegetswe gantsi go na le motho e leng gore in a space of 3 months has lost 3 people. And it's a bit complicated because it's feeling upon feeling upon feeling.
This and how you don't have time to even process it.
And you don't even have time. How sense o roa o mogolo o sense o le ka go amogela go tsenawo. Ke sone se go leng botlhokwa thata to be in a state of mindfulness kana ke re self awareness. E leng gore bontsi ba nako re sia mo go yone ka gore ga re batho go ikutlwisa botlhoko re sa lemoge gore the more we stay away from actually being with ourselves, being with our feelings, the more we do harm to ourselves and the more we are allowing these things to pile. It's not as easy as but this is why the role of family, the role of friends, and other support systems, they come in right there.
How does one get hold of you?
Okay, you can inbox our Facebook page at Mighty Mental Health Consultants, or o ka re letsa jalo mo megaleng ya rona 76391762. You can also drop an email at maitumelo@gmail.com.
All right, Maitumelo, it was a pleasure having you this morning. Have yourself a beautiful day, and thank you so much for the lesson.
Thank you.
All right, what's so katsen tsena khona ka puisana melene me Maitumelo tsekane e tla gone go bokhutlong a re ba teng mo tsebeng ya bone ya Facebook ba bidwa go the Mighty Mental Health Consultants. So ensure that you click on a like ha ile gore o batla any help e leng gore you can be able to deal with any loss of e leng gore tla be le gore ire galela mo botshelong ba gago wetso tla re be go nefa re go tsa kgaswa rena dikgangela ntla mo tsatsile go mpeno e dikgang ka teme ya rena ya Setswana.
So a re tsana ka thamallo mo go tsa metshameko ke tlhalositse jalo gore baeng ba me ba letsatsi tabele ba ileng gore ba tsa jalo ko le gotela Botswana Tennis Association ke tsela gore mahelo biki ya gone go wala jalo the J30 tournament e leng gore re bone jalo our local lad ke bua jalo ka Magnawa a e fenya me go ta go uta jalo ka ha ileng gore go tile ka tele gone gore how tough is it to play 2 consecutive tournaments go sena break in between go tsamaya ka tselentse janta ke tsa sebaka se ke re se be ka amogele jalo ene Magnawa o itse gore no sooner jalo le mokatisi wa gagwe ke bua jalo ka Phenyo Matlou. Ba Dumela, how are you?
Good, thanks. You?
Phenyo, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Ya no trophy ga ya re simileng hela ho. Le togeletse trophy.
It was a medal and
wait, dige. Where's the medal, Mark?
I left it at home.
Hey, you owe us. Anyway, let's start here. Hanga go botsela gore who's Magnawa o ka nthawa re who's Magnawa for someone o le gore ha itse tennis so mo na utantse go na le ngwana ga te Magnawa ba tha modimo ka go tenniseng who's Magnawa?
He's a tennis player who started his tennis in Francistown at the age of 6 and has now won his first ITF at 18 here in Gaborone.
Yeah. Yes. How does it feel?
It feels good. Thinking a few years back, I never thought I would ever win a tournament like this because it always looked so tough.
Yeah.
But then after working hard for a long time, I feel really happy to have achieved it.
Yeah. Yes. You one so-called person, so reserved, even the way he talks, but I'm gonna want you to talk like me. Coach, where did you and Mark meet and what did you see in Mark selling DUMELA how they say jam?
I had seen Mark play a lot of local tournaments, junior tournaments, and I always thought that he had a lot of potential. So that time he was in Francistown.
Yeah.
And his parents wanted him to do more. They want to support him to do better. So Francistown was not enough to push him to the level that they wanted. So when he was 13 years old, he was always coming in Gaborone for trainings here and there with us. And then at 13, he made a permanent move to Gaborone. and then that's when he started working on his game. And it's taken a long time to actually get to this level.
Yeah.
Because he didn't tell you, but it's actually his 5th final. So he's been steady, but this was where he finally got one, and I think that there will be more this upcoming year.
There will definitely be more. So why tennis? Don't tell me why not tennis. Why tennis?
I chose it because I think when I was young, I really enjoyed watching it on the TV. It seemed like a really interesting sport, and also my sister was also playing the sport when she was in school, so I wanted to give it a try. Yes.
Who were you rooting for all the time?
I was rooting for Djokovic.
Yeah. Why Djokovic? Why Djokovic? Mark, what do you like about Novak?
Because I feel like me and him have similar game styles. We both play from the baseline a lot. And yeah, I feel like I relate more as a player to him than any other player on the circuit.
Yeah, well, it's breaking my heart. I'm a Roger Federer person all day, every day. Now, let's talk about the just ended tournament. It's never, easy playing 2 consecutive tournaments. What does it take, Mark, to actually play 2 consecutive moments? Talk about, the physical part of it, the psychological part of it, because there's a lot going on.
I think when you want to play tournaments like that back to back, I think you have to make sure you're always getting enough recovery after your matches, making sure you have the proper diet as well, and also making sure you have enough rest, and you go in with a strong mental with each match, because it only gets harder as the rounds go up. So I think, that's a very big aspect of it, and also making sure that you're warmed up and always stretching to prevent any injuries, because if you're going to be playing two weeks, it's a lot of matches and it's a lot of physical, so there's a high chance you could get injured if you're not careful.
And you literally play every day for, those 2 weeks, the coach. From the coach's perspective, what does it take to play 2 consecutive weeks? You're not only playing the locals this time around, you are playing, athletes from all over the world.
Yes. Firstly, of course, you have to be in shape. And then also you really have to manage your matches very, very well. Because you also, with like him, he just played 2 finals in a row.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of matches. And then to Tabi is also doubles as well. So that's many matches where every single day you are playing. So if you are already, even if you manage it on those 2 weeks, if you're not in shape, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 The first one you lost. The second you had to, make a comeback. Let's talk about the first one, the heartbreak of it, and how did you quickly recover from it and focus more the next tournament?
The first one, I feel it was a really good match, because I had played the same guy before earlier in the year, but it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well as the recent time I played him. So I feel it gave me a lot to work on, and it opened my eyes on what I need to do if I want to win the second week. I mean, I played really well, but it came up short, but I knew what I had to work on if I wanted to. It gave me an idea of what I need to do if I want to come out on top the next week.
There is tennis, there is school, there is household chores. How do you balance, all those?
I wouldn't say I balance it, but because it gets tough to balance school and tennis a lot, because the court is very demanding. So sometimes when after tennis you're tired and it's tough to do school. So I think I'd say I try, but I feel like I'm nearly there. And eventually hopefully I'll be able to finish school this year in May, and then after that I can focus more on tennis for the rest of the year, and then after start to go to college.
Let's talk about the parent support. How supportive are the parents?
My parents?
Yes.
Yes. I'd say my mom and sister are very supportive, because this sport, I feel it's very difficult to keep your child in a lot, because it requires a lot of money as well. So I feel like my mom is very supportive, and my sister as well, because they know many times, sometimes I lose and stuff, they still want to keep pushing me, and they still want to support me and make sure I go for a lot of tournaments and all that. So I'm really grateful that they still support me, because some parents, they wouldn't, I think after a while,
they quit along the way.
They'd say, yeah, there's no, they want to see progress all the time, and they want to see you always winning. So I think they're very supportive in that aspect of even when I lose, they still want to keep supporting me.
Right.
Yes.
Penyo, I always say, as a coach, you are not only the coach, you are the parent to him. You are, the father figure to him. And having to play 2 tournaments, it doesn't only mean not well. Practice out 1 minute, 2 minutes. There's a lot that goes behind, see Mark winning the J30 tournament. Tell BOTSWANA, what role do you play besides you being, we can approach this game like this. No, I want you to serve like this. I want you to attack like this, and all of that.
The most important role is being is more than, like as you mentioned, just the coaching, but it's getting along with the player. Even if, let's say, you have to, sometimes they're agreeable, sometimes they are not. But the main thing is like them understanding that you have their best interests. And then, because if that part is not handled, then the court part is going to be very difficult. So I think that I do get along with a lot of players I work with, and especially with Mark, because also, as I said, we've been training for over 5 years now. That's a long time.
And you both support us now.
Yeah. So that's where the main thing comes in, because also with that, a player can trust you when they see that, when they feel that you really have their best interest. And as we were saying earlier, well, tennis is one sport where there's a lot of losing. Because even the best of players, most of the time they are losing. I mean, you play this tournament, you win matches, then you lose one. You win a few matches, and you lose one. So almost every week, unless you're winning the tournament, you're going to lose a match at one point, even at the highest level. So they need to feel that they support and that they're progressing. You make them know that they're making progress and they're continuing to improve. Just like with last week as well, when they played that first tournament, the next week continued working and seeing that, okay, this week is a chance to actually go all the way. Yes.
I'm so interested in knowing what if you have an ITF tournament like this. Do you guys ever sit down and look at, the players by Longhara and say, okay, he plays like this, your opponent, when do you have the time to study your opponents and how they, how do they play, how you can, take their weaknesses and use them to your advantage?
I'd say when I look at a player I'm about to play, I normally look at them when I have them in that round. I never really just look, like sometimes you can see the list of the players coming, but you never really know who you're going to play until the draw actually comes out. So I'd say, let's say I'm playing someone in the first round, that's when maybe I'd watch them train or something like that, see how their game style is, so I know what sort of tactics and things I need to go into that match against them.
The anxiety of before the game. Before the game, what do you do? Athletes do differ. Some will be, putting on their headphones, listening to music and everything. Others will decide to not to talk to anyone. What do you do? How is your routine before the match?
Before a match, I normally like to listen to music by myself a lot, just to to isolate myself and get me at the right space of mind before I hop on the court. And also I like just skip sometimes to get my body warm and ready for my match.
Yes. Coach, what do you do before the match? Do you okay, let me give him space? Or there's something you want to say to him? Do you no, I think here you should do 1, 2, 3, or you just lay back a bit and say, do what you have to do?
I want to motivate them and make sure that they're basically relax before the match, but then going on to the match, you want them to be having a lot of energy. Because otherwise you're going to have a slow start, and it's just very difficult to then try to turn things around when you start that slow. So you really have to be very, very energetic, and also just body language, showing that you are confident and you are ready to go from the beginning before the match even starts. In the warm-up, you're already energetic and good to go. Yes.
First J30 in the back. What does Mark want to achieve at the end of 2024?
I think by the end I want to have achieved at least also winning a J60 or a J100, and also I want to at least break into, I think, the top 200 by the end of the year. I think that would be really good for me going forward for my tennis. So I think, that's the milestone and goals I want to reach.
Do you have a spare time, and during your spare time, what do you do?
During my spare time,
do you have any? Okay, what do you do on your spare time?
Normally, Yeah, sometimes I'm with my friends. A lot of the time from tennis, we like to hang out a lot. Or if not, I just watch TV.
You just watch your ass now.
Yeah.
Besides tennis, you said you watch football, and he supports Arsenal. Sorry about yesterday. It's not us, it's Aston Villa. Coach, what do you do when I train as a coach now? Go to tennis away better how to if you ever do that.
I
you
don't
ever
know.
do that?
We try to actually, because you know, when you're coaching the players, these guys, a lot of them are homeschooled.
Yeah.
So literally, it's like you are with them like all day, every day. So actually, when it's free time, I'm sure they want to be away from the coach. And the coach also wants to, because it's a daily thing. I mean, you are in 5-6 hours every day, sometimes 6, 7, 8 hours. So we don't. Most of the time we're together all the time.
Don't you guys get enough of each other? Don't you ever like, yeah, coach? Don't you ever think of, I'm gonna meet coach tomorrow, Mike? And like, man.
I'm sure they feel that way.
He's not gonna admit. He's not gonna admit it.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like, hey, penyo kela pili go bana penyo? It's
No, I think it's only when there's certain training days. I know, like let's say when we have a heavy fitness that day. Yeah, I wouldn't feel it that day. Yes.
You wouldn't feel like, hey, I don't want to see coach. But coach, how is the rest of 2024 looking like for you guys?
So far, we've been off to a very good start. These guys just came from All Africa Games, and then right now they're going to be playing some features which are men's events now. So they're being introduced to the men's game a bit. That will be a whole 3 weeks of that, and then they have Davis Cup right after, also a men's event. And then there will be like the bigger ITLs. I mean, they're having like the biggest ITLs in the continent, probably in about 2 months or so. Those ones will be in Durban. So those are much, much higher level. It'll be good for these guys to take part and engage themselves with the very, very best in the world.
Right. Mark, congratulations, all the best, and you know what, keep on soaring, eh?
Yes, thank you.
Coach, thank you so much. Keep on annoying them with the trainings and everything. Thank you so much for your time.
All right.
Right. Ke ne ke buisana jalo le ba motshameki wa tennis ke bua jalo ka Mark na wa sa tswang go fenya jalo the ITF J30 tournament ana le mokatisi wa gagwe ke bua jalo ka Phenyo Matlou ana le ana re gagane ka tselentseng jalo mo go tsa metshameko mo tsela mo supolo gore kopana gape mo tsetseng la ka moso ke bua karabo Miss K Bosena. Until tomorrow, bye bye.
Bringing a beautiful garden to life and making it lush, green and beautiful is never an overnight success. Usimola jana obana a vision or wait I'm on the mission to bring it to life. Joining me right now is the owner Yamasa Gardens, Me Konipiri. In the past 10 years, bringing this beautiful garden to life. So joining me, Cape Me Koni. As we can see the beautiful lush green gardens, making sure that our eyes are smiling and our hearts are happy. But one thing we also see Masa Gardens, it is not only trees and it's not only fruit trees and grass and shrubs. By bringing it to life.
As we were developing, my husband was a very passionate person ka dio tse di natural. Ke ta simolla ka dikota tse le di bonang tsele ka ha le ona tsama a khona go tsa dikota hela di epela. A le ka gore a tsise bonte ka point engwe le gore is different from the trees. Borogo bore bo pagamembo was his creation. Eleng gore he was creating a focal point gape a create a tile gore e ta nna tsela re sa tsamai hela mo. But the interesting part is we also try to maintain mibu ya Setswana gore le ha untse le mo gardening that element there we rimpula ine lo uta monko wa metsi wa mmung ga monate ro maintain. As you can see ditsela tsa rona di santse di se di paviwe. We try to pave the sitting areas, then we put in the benches tsa concrete as sitting areas tsa batho ba rona gore ha ba tsile ba re etetse ya ka le re etetse yana le nna ha le nna nteng go le mo meriting. Also, you can also note we still maintain some indigenous trees. hela ka re bona misu go na le meseta, and interestingly we have mepani, which is not found in the south.
Take a drive out of the busyness of the city and find some landscapes you will forever remember. Today we find ourselves Komasa Gardens right here, Morasesa. We came to explore, not just to relax, but to find out what we can learn and bring back home with us. The breakfast show proudly sponsored by Botswana Post, and this is the second hour. As you know, Mukwadi, or rather an author, that comes to the show on Mondays to motivate you about whether your journey into writing a book. But today we're specifically talking about the road to success. Joining me is author Lord Thabo, who's here to tell me about everything that you can learn from reading this book. A bit of it because I didn't have much time, but he's here to tell us more about how you can be a successful person, and this can hopefully start your week off the right way. Hi, Lo.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm super fine. How are you doing?
Can you said I'm super fine? I thought that was your name. Maybe super fine.
Oh.
But welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me here.
All right. Today we are talking about you as an author, right? And then you wear many hats, though. Okay, tell us about who Law is, and not just the author of this beautiful book. Before we get into it, what other hats do you wear?
Thank you so much ka go dumedisa ke bo ke dumedisa le motswana ko lapeng yo ka tswa le thulaganyo yana mo mosong wa gompieno ke bonelwang ke pule mosubelela. My name is Lord Thabo, and I would love to introduce myself as a social entrepreneur, the director of the New Nation Cinema. I'm a writer, I'm an author, and I'm also a psychosocial counselor affiliated with BCA, and also I'm a big-time cinephile. Thank you so much.
So you are the guy. I can just come to you, and you've got all the right information for me.
Yeah, I've got all the right information for you, but you know, life is not all about knowing it all. You know, once you start believing that you know it all, that's how you fail.
All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to take it back, right? When you decided to write this book, what came to your mind? I mean, success is a journey, and it's a lifelong journey. And then you decided, this is the journey I'm going to take, and I'm going to write about it. So take us to the beginning.
Well, one of the life most urgent question is, what is it that you are doing for other people? By Martin Luther King. He says, when you learn, you got to teach, and when you get, you got to give. Of which that has always been in me since day one after I discovered my purpose. I wanted to be the change that I want to see in the world, but it wasn't always about me penning the road to success. I wanted to invest in a magazine company first, and I got to meet this one other lady. She was holding plenty of books by that time, and I was like, why are you holding such a lot of plenty of books at the moment? She was like, no, these are dummies. I'm a publisher. And it was at that moment I knew I had to seize the opportunity.
Your moment came.
Yeah, my moment came. We got to talk, and she got to see my work, and she was like, no, this can't be a magazine. How about you write the road to success? I think that's how the road to success came into the picture. And all thanks to that lady, she opened a door for me that I'll never shut for anybody. Yeah.
And it's a very personal book. You know, you talk about something very personal because you start with your life story. So let's start with your life story and then tell us what readers can discover by taking this book.
Well, one thing about Laws Habo, I finished my Form 5 in 2016. And immediately when I finished my Form 5, you know, my mother called me and sat me down. She was like, what is it that you want to do since you have wrote and finished your Form 5? I remember giving her a newspaper and I was like, this is what I want. That newspaper, it was all about the amount of the money that a movie made in the cinemas. It was the early bird movie. She was like, but you're going to need money to do this. I was like, yes, I know I'm going to need money. And the amazing thing, at the age of 18 years old, I was funded by YDF. And immediately after I was funded by YDF, I got to realize that there was more I had to do. I realized that there was more I had to do when it comes to writing and more other things. Since when I was talking to people, they always asked me, but what do you know about life since I was just a kid? I was like, oh, how about I become a life coach? I became a life coach. I became a certified professional life coach. And again, still question, they still came in. They were like, okay, but why do you have to cancel us? I was like, okay, why do I have to cancel people since I don't have any written document? That's when from there I became a psychosocial counselor. And now I'm affiliated with BCA.
So every time somebody asks you a question, you decide, it's okay, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you the answer. I'm not going to just tell you the answer. I'm going to give you the answer by doing something about it.
Exactly. In life, you got to break this what you preach. You don't have to say, don't give up while you are there.
Don't
give up. Yeah.
All right. How do you define success?
Well, the little daily efforts that you make are the ones that lead you to success. But the true meaning of success, how I define it on the road to success, is living by the value that God will reward one day. That's eternal life. You can gain all the world, but if you lose your soul, you have lost it.
All right. You know, this is something that can really help a lot of people in Botswana. Botswana is the third from the bottom. Third saddest country in the world, according to the happiness quota that was just done last month. And we can account a lot of things to our economic growth. We can account to the high unemployment rate and things like that. What do you think people that have been trying to push themselves to get jobs? I think you mentioned it in the book. And what advice would you say you could give people that have been working years in? You've got your degree sitting there, you know, you've done the work, but you're not getting anywhere. And now you're getting into this world of breaking your mental health and becoming depressed because of such situations that life has put you in.
Well, the level of the battle you're facing is the indication of the level of the blessing you stand to receive. No robber looks an empty house. It is biblical also. If you are under attack, you stand to receive something big. So each and every time when you fail, you gotta fail now, fail again, fail tomorrow. And when you come to that point where you feel like giving up, know that you are close to achieving. The devil doesn't just fight someone for no reason. If you face challenges, that means there's something bigger to be achieved.
That speaks of perseverance. And one thing I got from this book is there's a lot of big words, right? You use, it's sort of like I don't know, a key-worded book. We use perseverance. Let me check some of the keywords I got. We use courage. We use a lot of big words. What are some of the strategies, though, that somebody can employ? Ke batla go simolla my road to success. Ke simolla ha kae bile ke irang ke se ka irang gore be ke gore ga go ke batla go tsena teng.
Well, have a clear goal. Have a clear goal. Know exactly what is it that you want. Know where you are going. And one other thing, make sure that you don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, rather than by the seeds you sow.
That's powerful. Okay.
Yeah. And again, you know, the kind of choices that you make as an individual, are the ones that determines how your future is going to turn out to be. Life is so very much spiritual, you know. Be very mindful of the kind of spouse you choose.
I was about to get into it.
Who you get involved in bed, you know. A lot of things. Life is also very much spiritual. It attracts a lot of things. The decisions that you make are the ones that have an impact on the outcomes of your tomorrow.
Okay, I want to literally outline some of these things, right? Ke tsaya gore ba bangwe ba tla ba le kgakala ba sa kgone gore ba go bone buka ena, but this is the moment for them to learn from you, right? What are some of the things you can outline and say, this is your road to success, these are the things you need to be aware of, these are the things you need to learn, and these are the things you need to not do in life? How batla go goroga go batlang go tsena teng?
Well, don't live by the rule of the jungle. Don't do what other people are doing. It's kaya how bona mas mama bu semausu, lo ena bo bula semausu because se melekes. It's kaya how bona tsala ga go choose some certain career, lo ena bo ya go choose. Do what you want. Do what you know. And that thing, it will take you to your road of success. And again, understand that the road to success is not all about building bigger buildings.
Yes, because I was thinking, what sometimes you've worked so hard, 4 years old, to get that degree, right? And it's right in front of you, and you can't just get an office job, and it's so frustrating. Because you keep getting rejected. How do you overcome such situations?
Well, you know, if you find yourself, you know, applying for jobs, what if you were never meant to work for anybody? What if you were meant to be the employer? So sometimes, you know, what we study, when you study, it doesn't mean that you are supposed to work for anybody. Sometimes have an entrepreneurship mindset. So life is not all about you having to work for anybody. Sometimes just take little baby steps, doing what you want, doing what your profession says you are capable of doing.
So this book, Hella, what is your way of saying, well, okay, you need to get this book? Because what is outlined in this book that you think is a must read for readers, and who does it specifically talk to?
Well, the funny thing about the road to success, I wrote it when I was just a 20-year-old kid, and for over the years, it's sold in 6 countries.
Okay.
It's sold in China, it's sold in South Africa, it's sold in Zambia, it's sold in Zimbabwe, and it's sold in Namibia, and it is selling locally.
Congratulations on that.
That's the reason why you got to get the road to success.
And who is it specifically for? Because when they want this, they've already got the roots going on, their life goals, right? Is this the book for them, or it's for certain specific people?
Well, the road to success, we have tested it with different category groups of our followers. We tested it with JC students, we tested it with BGCSE students, we tested it with college students and college graduates, and we tested it with entrepreneurs. And the answers have always been phenomenal. It is for all categories.
All right, so it's for everybody.
It is for everybody.
It's a Bible. You feel stuck or you need some words of encouragement, this is the book to refer back to.
Well, I'm selling the moon to BOTSWANA. Yeah.
All right, so how do we get the book, Lo? It's in hard copy form, and when we want it, we can get it, but where do we get it?
Well, my books, you can find them at Asset Curious of Africa. It's a store in Mau, and again, there's another store in Mau. It's a bookshop in Mau. My books, they can be found there. And again, I can be contacted at loshabo@gmail.com via by email, or at our Facebook page. We are The Road to Success. And again, more other things, we've got YouTube page. It's The Road to Success BW. In fact, we are everywhere. Even my number, it's +267 7574 8545.
Oh, please say that again slowly.
7574 8545. All
right.
That's my
and
number.
we can deliver mo ga borone ruta bua ka maung ya no ba bangwe ba ko phalape ba bangwe ba ko bo gantsi ga borone. Is it possible for delivery?
Well, for the road to success, it is possible. Yeah.
All right, Lord, thank you so much for joining me. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this book, and I thoroughly had a great conversation with you, and I enjoyed that too. So thank you so much for bringing us the road to success.
Thank you so much for having me here.
All right. Yeah. And that is our book review for today. We are talking about the road to success, what not to do and what to do. But know that it should be something that you want to do in order to succeed in it.
Wetso ka tsentseng ya lona se la gago la mosepologo le wela ka tsentseng ya mo thulaganya gago mamorata ya dumela BOTSWANA breakfast show ke dumela ha o itumeletse tsotlhe tsene gore re go di tshwaretse mo tsatsi lone la gompieno ga kono go la ile la re simola ra tsamara go itshela mmele le bona ba biphamas ya ra tswa ho miski ya tla go ka kwana go tsama go tsone tsa metshameko go le khante di kera go bontsha bontle jwa gone ka go kwadiwa range ha na re hale gape e be le gona gore tsa tota se mo sa ditsela tsa rona mo tropo go le ga Brone Francis Town go ne ka maung gore re hantse o tsamaya ke nsele gore tshwanetse re be le gore o sela tlhoko mo tseleng ka go harlogana magolo gore mo puisano ya ntlhamo tsa tsela gompieno re ne re bua jalo about navigating grief after accidental death go ne ka kwana go ene gore ne ke bua le ene mme maitumelo tsekane a re bolela gore mme o ke nsele gore tshwanetse gore be le gore wa se dira le wena ka go you just had a very brilliant interview,
a very enlightening one. We're talking about the road to success, what success means to you, and exactly what to do when you are blocked. How do you get to the next step of your life to build that road to get to that success? So I think it was quite an interesting conversation, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But it's been a great morning.
It has been a great morning. Let me be the first to say good morning to you and to you at home. You know what? Good morning to you, Kalina Kibidara Sohom Tlokatari.
Kibidara Lala Tapo, and good morning.